Hello. Welcome to video.
Hi. It's Mario. It's Wendy's Castle. We're back at the Wendy's. Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Why are you playing this?
I don't know. This is another one that is full of me dying.
I take a little break there.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened, but I had to pause.
Yeah, feed your dog for 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was the pause was for several minutes, but I made it look like it wasn't.
Yeah, that went by in the blink of an eye. That's kind of editing magic, if you think about it.
They call me the wizard.
They probably shouldn't.
But yeah, I do the castle without much issue, but
Are you sure?
the rest of this is I don't do well. So just have fun watching that.
I'm having so much fun. Post your fun level in the comments right now.
Your fun level?
Yeah, then post another comment with your fun level at the end so we can gather data on how your fun increases through the video as it progresses.
They should add that to Google Analytics. The fun levels of the viewers for different videos.
Yeah, it's like an implant that it gives you a $5 off of YouTube Premium if you get it installed.
You know the stats for like how much of the videos, like the average view duration, you get on YouTube Analytics. I'm wondering now if Pornhub creators, if they have one for like how much of the video were they jacking off for, or like were they watching all of it or were they skipping around?
It's funny. There's probably a lot you can tell by just looking at how people skip around on porn videos.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I know that there's, they can collect data on like where your mouse goes and whatnot, and so it's like
they could probably derive some kind of level of hardness from the behavior of the viewer.
I think they could. I think if Pornhub like aggregated that kind of data, you could use various factors to be able to estimate around when people usually come in a video, like watching it, because it's like it's the if they skip around, but then there's like 4 minutes where they watched it uninterrupted and then they closed it right after. It's like, all right, well they nutted like 10 seconds before they closed that. So
maybe they could improve the accuracy of figuring that out if they had a group of people like hit a button on the screen like right at the moment when they come, so they could start gathering some data on when it happens.
Yeah, you would probably need to start this out with like a
you gotta figure it out first.
Yeah, get like 100 people.
You can join the Pornhub app beta and press or get the come button. You get points for each cum. You can there's a leaderboard for how many cums you have.
And in the experiment, you have to have a control group. So you have some people who are watching the video and they just can't jerk off at all. And it's like, well, how long does it take them to come if you're not actively jerking off?
I don't know. It might be different.
Yeah. Anyway, that was Wendy's Castle.
Good job. I wasn't looking.
I wiped her off the map with my brush. But yeah, if any of my viewers are Pornhub creators, please tell me what kind of analytics they give you. I have to imagine they're pretty similar to YouTube's, but I feel like you would want more like porn-specific data like that if you were really wanting to like use the algorithm to your greatest advantage.
I feel like I remember seeing posts from Pornhub about like their like they would have information on like search trends and shit like that.
Yeah, they do like every year they have like the most common porn searches by state or whatever.
Oh yeah, they break it down like that. They definitely
They
got
had
some
the
kind of
recent
data
one.
dancing going on.
I don't know if it's Pornhub, but there was a list recently that was like the most popular, the most searched like fetish content by state.
Ooh.
Based on like how disproportionately people in that state searched for that thing compared to other states. I'm trying to look for the map because there are some pretty good ones. This is really great to do just in the middle of this video.
I mean, I guess I could fill in. There are 2 people on this commentary, but
Yeah, you can. While I'm googling
I was looking
this,
at
trying to find
Discord.
it.
Oh shit. Yo guys, what up? Welcome to Big Boo Ship episode 3. Today we're swimming.
Alright, I found it. You
Okay.
can stop. Alright, so there are some pretty interesting ones on here. One of the craziest ones is California's is decrophilia, which is having a sexual attraction to crying, like to tears, which is kind of it's very
heard of
like
that.
it's very dramatic, very SoCal, very Hollywood. Look at what else. Oklahoma is clowns. Another one that's very like characteristic of the place for New York is human ashtray.
Human ashtray.
Yeah, like you put out your cigarette like on a person.
Ouch. What is it for Pennsylvania? I want to know that now.
Pennsylvania's, I'm so disappointed. It's bootlicking.
That's fucking bullshit. You know, actually, that makes sense. There's a lot of fucking bootlickers.
I wish it was like Monster Dick or something. I feel like that would be more appropriate, because all of the Philly sports mascots are just weird creatures. Other than the Eagles, because you got like the Philly Fanatic and then Gritty.
Ooh.
I always hate it when sports teams don't have animals for their mascots. Like the Cincinnati Reds, their logo is a C, and it's stupid. Like, pick an animal.
Yeah, come on, they could be Cardinals or something, right? Oh, well, I think that's already taken, though.
I think the Reds refers to, like, they used to be, like, red stockings or something.
Yo, you went up through the booze. That's,
yeah, I got pretty lucky with that one. I gotta say, though, my 2 favorite fetishes on the state map, or kink, I guess, not fetish.
I'm curious to see what you do in this room with the big fall.
I suck dick. This star doesn't really last very long.
Yeah, only lasts halfway down. I think there's another star.
Probably.
But yeah, it's
But yeah,
only
after
the land
this-
where it is. Watch out
Yeah,
for
I got-
pointy guys.
Got my ass handed to me, but it's okay. Got the orb.
Mario
yeah,
got a
my
little
2
haircut.
favorites were Wisconsin's is diapers, which is really good. And then my favorite is West Virginia's, which is just big tits.
Fuck yeah, West Virginia, let's go.
Which, that's so funny because it's so like basic and like quaint. It's like just all these other people, you know, like decrophilia. I like how Illinois is business suits.
Business suits?
Tennessee's is high protocol, which I don't know what that is. Maybe I have to ask Corey about that.
I don't know what that is either.
Arkansas is douching. Montana's is sensual play, which I don't know what that means.
Arkansas's is cleanliness.
Like, what is sensual play? Does that just mean like having
It's like tickling
passionate
the bottom of her
romantic
foot with a feather,
sex?
or like whispering into her ass or whatever.
There's only like 80 people in Montana, so it's not a very good sample size.
Yeah.
Idaho is fire play. That sounds dangerous. And then Utah is gas masks.
I was just wondering what Utah's was. Gas masks, though. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Why would that be a thing at all?
Okay, just like West Virginia doing big tits, another really good basic one is Indiana's, which is just cum. Those are real, like, salt of the earth American states, because it's just like, I like big tits and cum. That's what really turns me on. I don't need any of this hoity-toity shit.
Yeah, no hoity-toity business suits or anything.
Yeah, I don't need to buy a business suit or a diaper. I just, give me some big tits, and that's just like
juice them up.
That's your quote-unquote kink is like, like, I just like when the tits are real big. Like, that's your wildest fantasy.
Tim, what are you doing here?
Very heartwarming. I don't know. I was trying something out. I was trying a new thing. I was trying to do this whole Mario thing different. It wasn't working. I really shit the bed on this level. I die a million times.
This level's
on
fucking
it.
weird.
It's really annoying. And these dudes, like, they'll move, but they won't. It's weird. Like, sometimes I'll activate them, and they'll just be like,
oh.
hey, and then
the guy snuck up on you.
Won't do anything. Oh yeah, that's the other thing is that, classic thing that I do is I jump on the football player's head, and then I hit the football player's body, and that murders me.
Careful, little guys. You get bounced around when you hit them.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful for the bouncing. I also maybe unintentionally made some of these levels harder by not doing any of the Switch Palaces. I don't know if for the last world, for the Bowser world, if it would be worth it to go back and do any of those. If there's any like
that big of a difference.
Exits that I can't get or whatever,
there are certain
I would
things
be
that are
very
harder
surprised.
without it. I mean,
sure.
It doesn't matter that much.
I mean, most of the time that I play through this game, and I'm just playing normally, just getting to the end, I usually only do like the first.
Yo, you got the 3-up. You got the moon.
Yeah, that was yummy. I really liked the 3-up. It saved me. I just
Oh, you saved yourself with that Switch Palace at least, right? You would have got moles there.
Hey, yeah. I just remembered. This has come up in my mind a few times recently. I just remembered. When I was a kid, me and my sister were like arguing one time. I was like a teenager, and it's funny because my older sister and I would fight a lot when we were younger, and now we don't. It's fine. I don't know what the big deal was. But we were like just like shitting on each other, like insulting each other, roasting each other as you do. And I was making fun of her. I was doing an impression of her, and then she said, let me do an impression of you. And she sat down at the computer and went into YouTube and typed video games and just opened a random video of someone playing a video game and then started laughing really loudly. And I was like, she fucking got my ass. I was so mad.
You win.
I was so angry. I had nothing. I didn't have
Yeah,
any...
you hated how right she was?
I didn't have any rebuttal, and it's not... Yeah, no, it's completely true. That's me. Anyway, I just thought that was a memory that just randomly came into my head recently, and that I thought was funny.
Man. I feel like I could come up with some early YouTube memories.
I just got fucking
I spent a lot of time on YouTube when I was younger.
Well, this is the same sister who would always call you by the wrong name and piss you off.
I don't remember that. Please remind me.
Well, so she, like, I had told her about, like, you know, she knew that I had friends online and everything when I was a teenager, and and I had mentioned it was when you sent me your copy of Mario Galaxy, and I was like, oh yeah, it's from my friend Walter. He lives in Pennsylvania, and she made some crack about the name Walter, and I told you about it, and you got pissed off. And then every time after that, she knew that your name was Walter, but to piss me off, she would always say your name was Warren. And or like any other W name that's not Walter. Yeah, no, and I told you about it, and you were like, you should tell your sister to go fuck herself. I hate her now.
It's funny, I don't remember being that upset about it.
But no, I mean, this was when I was like 15, so
yeah, of course, that was back in the day.
Yeah, but yeah, the only other person in my family who really knows about my life online much is my mom, weirdly enough, who I don't think she's like directly spoken to you or met you, but she has seen you on my computer screen and said hello when I was younger. I remember that.
Oh man.
I also remember one time I was on her laptop before I had my own. I was on her netbook, and I was talking to you on Skype, and we were laughing about something. And she comes in the room, my mom, and she's like, what are you doing on there? Are you watching porn?
What?
And
we're just casually laughing at porn, having a giggle.
Yeah,
Look at her go.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you said. When like you heard her say that, and you're like, yeah, I love to watch porn and laugh my ass off.
I love how I made the same fucking joke like 15 years later or whatever.
Yeah, no.
It's not that long.
It was funny. I have I just thought of a story about my mom that's very funny, but I want to clear it with her before I tell it on the internet. Not because it's, going to bring shame to her household or anything. It's just I don't know, it's funny, but another time.
I could tell a story about my mom to make up for your disappointment.
Sorry, yeah. Tell a good story about your mom.
My mom told me a story once where it's not. I guess my mom was like the perspective in this story, but the thing didn't happen to her.
So you're stealing a story from her.
Yeah, I'm stealing a story from her. She went camping with my dad and 2 family friends back in the day. Mm-hmm. And while they're camping, they, at least my dad and like the husband of the couple they were with. Were on shrooms, and apparently my dad was not able to remember what calendar was, and he started like shitting his fucking pants.
He wasn't able to remember what a calendar was?
Yeah, he was asking about calendars for some reason. He didn't know what they fucking were.
Oh
yeah.
Did he like see one or?
I have no idea. They were in the fucking woods, so probably not.
Right.
And the husband in this story, now I remember this part, the husband was like ex-military. He started fucking marching around like he was in the military.
What the fuck? What?
He devolved back to like being a man in the army or whatever.
That's
my mom's shroom story.
I've never heard of shrooms doing that. To a person.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't even mean to say this like it was supposed to be a deterrent or something. She's just telling me because it's fucking weird.
Oh, yeah. She wasn't like, let me tell you about the dangers of psilocybin mushrooms.
No, this is
just
her
like,
telling me about doing drugs as an adult.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
I don't know what my mom's drug experiences were as an adult. I know I have a vague admission from her that she smoked weed as a young person. But it was like 70s weed, so it was like fucking dirt. Like the weed that she smoked wouldn't do anything to me. I've been coming up in the age of the Pendulum. They've been working on on weed like
Oh man,
it's gonna cure diseases.
my mom's a big fan of the Benjamin. It's because she grew up
sure.
doing the fucking 70s weed where she's smoking dirt.
Where she's smoking some fucking permafrost, some peat
Some permafrost
off the ground, some fucking soil, smoking straight manure.
The first time I ever like had confirmation my mom smoked weed was one time we were clearing out my closet in my bedroom, and she had paintings and drawings and shit that she made stored up in like the very top portion of the closet, and I found a drawing she made that was like 2 joints crossed over at the bottom with like the fucking smoke going up into like a beautiful artistic formation.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's
That's
like,
cool.
oh, okay.
Wow. If your mom had been born like 45 years later, she would be like a tapestry on your wall college girl. It sounds like she really liked the mystical and psychedelic part of weed culture, I guess.
She's definitely like a hippie
Aesthetic.
back in the day.
Yeah, no, I get that vibe from her. That's generally how it is with like parents you can smoke weed with. I've never smoked weed with my mom. Don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't really even think it would be very fun
You
for
got
me.
squished, buddy.
Yeah, I miscalculated. I made a mistake. I wasn't lying when I said I don't do very well here. This is the video. This is these. So, yeah. But yeah, no, I've not smoked with my mom. I've smoked with several friends' mothers, though. Which is pretty funny. Some of them were people that I didn't, like, the friends, I didn't even really know them that well. But their mom was there. So, and they were smoking weed, and their mom was. And that's funny. And it's cool. I guess it's cool to have that relationship with your mom, but it's a strange thing for me to imagine with mine. I mean, I wouldn't have I mean, you know, like, fun things are good for whoever, you know. I wouldn't, if I found out my mom was, like, smoking weed on her own or whatever, I would be like, oh, okay, yeah,
Wow,
cool.
my mom's cool.
Yeah, that's nice that she's having fun. But yeah, I
have that relationship
feel-
with my mom. Like,
well, yeah, I know you do.
Obviously, like, I guess for the viewers, though, who may not be familiar with my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've smoked with her a few times. It's fun.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why don't you know about his mom? Yeah, no, I mean, if if it ever happened that she wanted to, I would do it. But
it probably won't.
But I don't think it's likely, and I think if we did do it, it would be strange, because I feel like, first of all, she would have to get used to, like, current weed. It would probably be a bit... I feel like most of it would just be me guiding her through it, unless she had become a seasoned user by that point.
My mom was a seasoned user in the past and stopped for, like, fucking many years until just recently.
Yeah.
And I definitely had to guide her through it.
Yeah.
It's a very different
It can be an
landscape.
overwhelming experience. Especially, yeah, if the last time you were smoking was in the Cheech and Chong era, it is very different. It's like, you know, if you were a Spartan soldier from ancient times and you were dropped into World War I and you're dealing with machine guns and tanks, it's like, this is a whole new level of industrial sophistication that I couldn't even conceive of.
See if your Spartan upbringing can protect you from, like, fucking mustard gas.
Yeah. It's like the whole thing about, like, the flamin' hot Cheeto or whatever could kill a medieval peasant or whatever. But yeah. So,
we're back in the sands level.
We got like 5 minutes of this. Is this supposed to be sand? I always thought it was gold, like piles of gold that was going up and down. Yeah, I always imagine it kind of looks like, you know, like gold, like the big sea of gold that Scrooge McDuck dives into. Got my ass
I always
kicked.
thought of it as sand, but it is strange that it, like, retains its shape. That's not what sand does.
Yeah. 1 sec.
I think sand often doesn't go up and down either.
What's up?
I was just saying bullshit to fill the silence.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. I was just standing up to close the door.
You're abandoning your post as you're trying to film this entertainment.
I'm sorry,
You should be ashamed.
I wanted to say, it's fall time now, and
Yeah, all the trees look cool.
yeah, it's nice. The other thing is, I was in a
You should do a shell jump to get out of the hole faster.
well, too late. I was in a store recently, and I noticed. I guess this was more like last month, but all the back to school stuff, because it was that time recently. And I always like seeing that around this time of year, because it makes me think of the beginning of the school year when I was in school, which I always liked, because the beginning of the school year is easy, and all your, I don't know, I liked it that all the, like, paper and pencils and shit were all new and everything.
I fucking hate seeing back to school stuff.
I'm sure you do. Yeah, you have a very different relationship with it.
Yeah, the beginning of the school year is the worst time of the year for me.
Yeah, no, I can understand that.
But I could definitely see how you'd have, like, that nice nostalgic relationship with it. I certainly understand that. I think I had that before I worked at school.
I was also just a geek-ass nerd as a kid who liked going to school. So it was like, oof, we get new books. Wow. I'm so excited.
I remember when I was in middle school and they made us start getting book covers.
Oh yeah, you gotta put the plastic on them.
You got, like, these stretchy ones.
Yeah, you got the stretchy cloth ones. If you were me, you just did like paper.
Oh yeah, I remember some people doing
big
paper folded up over them.
Yeah, on the hard textbooks, and then
I always
the,
had the
workbooks.
cloth
You
ones.
gotta laminate them. Gotta get the plastic.
I kind of want to get some book covers now. I don't have any books to cover up. I don't know how to read.
Why? You don't have any? You have any big textbooks lying around that you want to?
I mean, I guess I do. I have this little bookshelf behind me. There are books on it. I haven't fucking looked at any of them in like 70,000 years, but you know.
I don't know how to read any of them. But...
yeah, like I open them up, I see all these little fucking weird squiggles and shit. I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
Yeah. I also just feel like I have nostalgia for school because I kind of miss the like structured learning, because now I feel like there's a lot of things I want to learn about, and it's just hard to do it on your own.
Yeah, the classroom environment is very nice for that kind of shit.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anyway, that's the end of the video, and the last one we're going to do Valley Ghost House, and the rest of the